What's going on? It's time to talk about another Z grade horror film. One of those really micro budget shot on video type horror films. This one's called Cold Creepy Feeling Paranormal Exorcism. Released sometime in 2010, written and directed by Keith Kurlander, and I'm pretty sure this is the only film he's ever done because I couldn't find anything else on him. Basically, this film follow a couple, a writer, and a bartender, I guess, who are down on their luck and they're trying to get out of their predicament and move somewhere new and start fresh. So they end up scoring a ranch type house in Joshua Tree, somewhere in the United States. And so they moved there, but then they learn of a mysterious, almost like paranormal entity that lives there. And yeah, it's up to them to figure out what's going on and what's driving them nuts at night and why it's so mysterious and stuff there. This film, I am only given a vague description because this film does not explain anything. This is a really mishmash type of film. Boy, where do I start with this? It picks up basically in some city, and the writer's trying to find a spot. So miraculously, they get this cool looking ranch. They go there, and then some paranormal stuff happens, which is like a door closes, but you can clearly tell someone's standing on the other side of the door closing it because it's not the same camera angle that you're supposed to use when you're filming a paranormal film. It's the exact opposite. And then like some other weird stuff happens, like a tarantula's in the bed and the girl gets bit. But for at least the first hour, nothing happens. So yeah, you just zoom right through all that because it's pointless. The characters, they don't really elaborate on the characters. Characters don't really develop. The couple has no chemistry at all. And and there's a whole pile of pointless shots basically for the first hour. Once things start picking up though, it gets really ridiculous because this girl, I guess she's like channeling the daughter in the beginning, I think, because she finds her doll and then she screams her baby or dolly or whatever, and she does that a couple times, which I think that's what it is. Like the ghost of the child's like possessing her or something. I don't really know. They get too scared, so they call in their friend who's into like witchcraft and everything to do a spell, and some pointless junk happens, and they scare themselves out. And then the sheriff comes and realizes no one's ever been there. And did it all really happen? That's basically the movie. There's one good thing about this movie, and that's the opening. The opening's a little freaky and odd, and then it just goes to utter crap. And it's just boring. Nothing's put together correctly. The editing is terrible. Like, there's one scene where she's outside looking at whatever she found, like a doll head or something like that, and you see the boyfriend run out behind carrying the camera to come. Then it cuts to him getting out of bed and grabbing the camera and then running outside to come. Like, what the hell was that? So this was clearly done by like someone who didn't know what they're doing, but still, this film is utter garbage. Complete waste of time. Obviously not scary at all. But like this is like really, really, really bottom tier crap. If I was gonna give this a rating out of 5, I'm giving this a 0.1. That's probably the lowest rating I ever said on this channel. It's terrible. It's so bad. Like some of the other films that I said were so bad, like Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever has way more of a story and a plot than this, and is better executed and everything. This is just, why? Like, there's no point to any of the story. It's just you sit there and you waste an hour and a half bored out of your mind. This is basically meant for someone to like smoke a lot of weed and fall asleep to or something like that. That's what this film is. Cold Creepy Feeling Paranormal Exorcism was terrible, horrendous, don't bother. Absolute, probably the worst film out there so far. I'm actually going to say that and state that. It's definitely in my bottom tier, top lowest 5 rated movies or whatever. It's probably like 1 or 2. So, yeah, definitely stay away from it. You'll fall asleep and be bored. And yeah, just don't put yourself towards that. There's so much more better junk out there. Yeah, but if you really want to see what I consider bad, boring crap, there is a trailer link down below if you absolutely want to check it out. But yeah, also, but check out my Instagram where I post clips of films of actual decent movies for the most part on that I'm going to review in the future on my story. And I usually have the title and a hashtag somewhere in the video, so make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop. Also, I do put the subgenre of film in the video clip as well in case it's something you're just so you're aware of it, in case it's something you're not interested in, or something like torture porn or something stupid like that. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you like this video, share it so more people don't have to suffer through it, and yeah, make sure you comment other films if you think it's worse than this, or any films I want to hear my opinions on. Comment those down below too, which I'm going to get to them as soon as I can if I can find them, and I'll review anything, so feel free to put whatever you want down there. And comment your opinions of the film if you've seen it down below as well. And also make sure you subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I know the last little while I've been talking about Z-grade movies, and I only have a couple left. So, yeah, let's try to get through these, and then I'll find something probably a little more higher budget, more interesting to talk about. But yeah, definitely stay away from this one. And until the next review, cheers.